some things may happen within the past couple of years, right? And I completely forgot 1 year of making the annual question answer with Orion thingy because we were in the middle of the post typhoon that we had. While having no signals and limited battery that I had, we had no electricity and water for the next couple of months because of the damage that it brought to us. Luckily, I've managed to post one video on 2022 that entitled House Life that eventually got cancelled because how dumb I was. Making videos out of my intrusive mind, whatever that is. I'll go to make the 2024 version of maybe I just skipped 2022 and 2023 because I figured out that it is already 2024. How dumb. Anyway, welcome back to my channel where I'll be going to review myself on what had happened with the past couple of months. I mean, to be honest, it was one of the most silent. Probably not silent because I used to post videos like how many times this year? I presume it was less than 10. But not counting that 2022 thingy because it just all gone. I only posted one vlog in which it just feels like it's 2022 all over again. I mean, rather 2021. But anyways, let's go and see myself if I have changed within the past couple of years because it does change. And I even skipped 2 years of making the question and answer in which it is not longer an annual thing. It is more of like a 2-year gap thingy because I just don't know how to think. And I was not thinking at all. Anyway, so the first question came in. Can you show us your picture when you're still young? I think I have already shown you a lot of pictures. But in case you didn't know, I will just review myself, edit it over again, and I'll show you this. These are the pictures that I have when I was still young. I was very, very young whenever I discovered that. I mean, it was unveiled by my mom and my dad when they were in a talk with me. And even I could not figure out what happened to me. Because whenever I look at those pictures, it was memorable, to be honest. Well, those are the pictures that I wanted to show you. Because, why not? So, number 2. What are your favorite YouTube channels? In case you didn't know, I'm holding this because those are the questions that I was asked like 2 to 3 years ago. Anyways, my favorite YouTube channels as of this time, I love very, very various things. I've been into technology recently and discovering Microsoft, Apple, Samsung, and all other things. Those OS, to be honest, I was very intrigued by that. And with that said, I love Michael MJD, Nation Squid, and even I forgot the other one. That's Frogfaduck. I have a hard time how to pronounce Frogfaduck's name, to be honest. He's one of my favorites, though. I've been into technology for quite a long time. Since I acquired my laptop and I'm into technology and stuff, even though I cannot recognize what are those. Well, those are my favorite YouTube channels as of this time. That's based on technologies wise. But overall, I still love PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye. Of course, I will never forget those people who got me into YouTube one. And those inspirations, let's talk about it later on. And speaking of inspirations, I have a question coming from that video too. Who is or are your inspirations to make a YouTube channel? To be honest, it's never been the same. It's Cookies World C still. And I cannot figure out why I chose Cookies World C out of all the things. I mean, like I've said last 3 years, or 2 to 3 years, I love the way that she imitates. The way that she has a cutesy voice, like, whenever I go into digging her old videos, I was into Shopkins at the time, and whenever people will bash Cookies World C, I would defend her with all of my life. I mean, I used to say, my intuitive mind last 2015 or probably 2014, about 10 years ago actually, I used to say that OMG, Cookies World C is my inspiration, even though I only got into journalism at that time, because I love making stops. And I love this making stories, to be honest. I used to watch Cookies Rosie every time I have a Wi-Fi, and I got my tablet with me because you will only get to use whenever there's time. And the tablet was not stable, to be honest. I was having a hard time figuring out on how to make those. But anyways, it was not my intention. I was really dumb at the time that I said Cookies Rosie was my favorite, and it is still remain Cookies Rosie, of course. What if my camera is ruined? So, what are your favorite foods? To be honest, it's still the same. I said lechon 3 years ago, ratatouille 3 years ago, but now it's fried chicken. I mean, I cannot survive a day without fried chicken. I mean, to be honest, it's not in a literal way. Figuratively, I just cannot live without a single food in my stomach. Well, I mean, I don't eat like a lot. I only eat whenever I want, but my parents advised me to make time for me to make some food, something like that. One of the things that is affordable to buy is fried chicken, which is sold at 15 pesos. Alright, I'm sorry, John. I just remembered something like that. I used to say lechon, but lechon is still my favorite. And fried chicken that's sold in stores for like 15 to 35 pesos. I mean, the inflation sucks and totally sucks. That's how unintelligent I am. But anyways, let's go to number 5. So far, who is your closest friend and how did you know him or her? I almost forgot my words. Before, I used to say the people that I met from, I forgot what the people I met from Good Vibes, even particular people like Shane, Marlu, and that person that was named Emil. But unfortunately, Emil and I are no longer friends. Why? It's a long story that I cannot have the time to explain, but long story short, we used to be friends. Like, for a month. Before evolving into a relationship in 2020, and in 2021, when I posted that, I actually lied that he was my friend, and he was my closest friend. And it was a secret that we were in a relationship until May 2022 when we parted ways. It was okay, it was heartbreaking for me, but I eventually moved on, and I forgot to tell you that house life was actually the outcome out of the relationship that was broken by Emil and I. And with that said, Emil is out of the equation. We will no longer say that word again. I mean, I already moved on, but I still cannot fathom why did I mention that name in the first place. Anyways, out with the mail, out with everything, out with all the memories that was happening, and soon I will no longer include Emil in my future videos. Of course, he's not in the equation anymore since 2022. Like, what do you mean by that? Why would I even have the chance to talk about him? Right? Yeah, it was nostalgic, to be honest, to watch all of the videos that was related to my friendships in the past. Anyways, Shane will still remain the same because, she's one of the friends that I met online, and we eventually met, and it was a memorable one until she moves away from the Philippines and she studies in Andorra right now, in which she's somewhat okay. She's happy with her life right now. And she's engaged. I heard that she's engaged as well. And yeah, the Good Vibes. It is now known as the Backstabbers. I don't know who made that up. It was out of the revenge that one of my friends set up for one particular ex-friend of ours. I will not reveal whose name was it, but it was memorable. And all of the Good Vibes members were relocated to the Backstabbers one, in which there are is active until now. and it was completely a mess, to be honest. It's even messier than Good Vibes, but it's okay now. It's okay now. It is not the same as before. At least we managed to do so. We managed to have a time making up for some. I'm running out of words right now. But still the same though. My closest friends. Well, to be honest, I have so many closest friends that I could count. It belongs mostly to the backstabbers, and which I'm thankful for, because when they are here, it is very messy. But unfortunately, some of them are offline nowadays due to the studies and all of the works, because it's okay. It's okay to have ourselves inactive nowadays because it's how it is. It's how the life evolves. And I'm not the same person as 2021 who kept waiting for the post those people, especially the one with Emil. It was traumatic, to be honest, but I will not discuss about that. Anyways, that's all. And yes, many things have changed ever since my video. It was, to be honest, the most traumatic things I've ever done. Like 2022 was not progressive, and even 2023, even though I uploaded one. So I just want to say that I'm back, and my uploading schedules have returned, but it's uncertain when will I be online. But I'll promise you that I'll upload every month. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you like more of this, just comment down below and I will make more of the videos in the future. So goodbye, guys, see you around the next video.